John Cena is one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. But here's the real question that no one seems to agree on. Was his farewell tour a legendary victory lap or a complete miss? Tonight on Take It to the Table, we are breaking down the entire legacy of John Cena. The moments that made him untouchable, the moments that divided fans, and yes, that WWE spinner belt that changed the championship forever. And we're not ducking the hard part either. We're ranking every single match from Cena's farewell tour, from the absolute worst all the way to the very best. This isn't nostalgia goggles. This is real talk. So please, join us at the table, because by the end of this show, we're deciding once and for all, did John Cena go out the right way, or did his legacy deserve better? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chaos, and we have a special episode for you guys. And for this episode, I need to have an esteemed panel. And of course, I am joined by none other than Anthony, Ben Allison, and Jordy In The Bank. How you doing today, guys?
I'm absolutely delighted to be here. I really am. I'm excited to break down some of this John Cena retirement tour, because it still feels surreal that he's actually done now, but he has.
Yeah, it's always awesome to do these and to cover Cena. It's obviously a fun one to do compared to the last one where it was a little morbid what we had to cover when I was on it. Chaos. It was Hogan's. It was the day of Hogan.
Yes, the day of Hogan. Definitely. What about you, Mr. Cena fan, Mr. Super Cena fan, Jordy In The Bank? How you feeling today, guy? Jordy?
I give up.
It doesn't count unless you tap and smile.
Yep, nonchalantly. Yes.
No, yeah, I'm all right. The dust has settled. My mic just went out, but I'm all right. The dust has settled a little bit. It is what it is. But I'm glad we get to talk about the run. We get to talk about the tour in its whole, in its entirety, because a lot of my grievances, I feel, on the night were a build-up of the tour. So I feel like I'm glad I get to actually explain why along the way there was things I wasn't happy with, not just obviously the finale.
Yes.
We were all in Nando's the other night, me, Chaos, and Jordy, and we basically had to do like a therapy session with all of us about John Cena tapping out. We were all that distraught by it.
I feel better after it.
Just about, yeah. I think we needed that talk. I think we all needed that talk for sure, definitely.
Sometimes you just gotta talk it out.
100%. But yes, like I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about the now that it's all wrapped up. We're going to be talking about John Cena's retirement tour or farewell tour. The positives, the negatives, if there is any, and of course we're going to be talking about some of the legacy, that he's left behind, especially of the famous spinner belt, the love-hate relationship that all us wrestling fans have with that spinner belt. And obviously, to wrap it up, we're going to be doing a tier list ranking all these matches that he's had of this year alone, from best to worst. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about. But as always, like I said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and let us take it to the table. Shit, I haven't got the video loaded up now. I'll do it. I usually have it. This ain't included, but anyway. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? So yes, like I said, the retirement tour is all officially over, as we saw on Saturday night's main event. If you've been living under a rock, John Cena had his final match against Gunther, and in the famous words of Gunther, he made him tap like a little bitch. It definitely got not even just the wrestling world talking, but even the casual fans talking. And, it's been very, very divisive. And it just shows that, considering how polarizing John Cena has been over the course of the 25 years, people still care about him. To be fair, like since my existence, I have not seen anyone be so seeing the fan base be so divided over someone the way someone retires. Like no one really acted like this when Ric Flair retired. No one really acted like this when Shawn Michaels retired or when Undertaker retired. You know, so many people. It's just when it came to this guy who was obviously the face of WWE for so long that people really cared about how it ended, whether you find the good in it or the bad in it. Me personally, I thought it was obviously at the time I was obviously shocked. I was in disbelief after obviously thinking about it and obviously hashing it out with you guys. Obviously,
Over
they
a
could have been
cheeky
fun.
Nando's.
Over a cheeky Nando's, hot as well. You got to do
Cheap-
hot, nothing
cheap
less.
plug.
Cheap
Later.
plug. Shout out to Nando's. We are open for discussions, Nando's. If you want to do a business
Very,
deal,
very open.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of understand. There's obviously a more deeper meaning as to why he obviously tapped out the way he did. And to be fair, I'm actually okay with it. Just obviously people took it way more to heart than probably than they should have. But yeah, I have no resentment to Gunther. I think what the work that he's doing, obviously post that victory, he is definitely. I think they've created a monster right now. I think they have got a gold mine. Not to say that he wasn't, a made man before, but I mean now they have someone that could be, the big bad bully, like the next Triple H when he was doing the Reign of Terror, that kind of upper echelon of heel for many years to come based of this. And yeah, if he just carries on with this, this tirade of just going and just retiring,
career killer.
The career killer. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's something that's not really been done before. And wrestling is something that has been, is a place where everything's been done before. So,
yeah,
but this is
true.
quite refreshing, so I have no qualms with it. And yeah, I just can't wait to see what they're going to do with that. Hopefully more good than bad. But yeah, I just want to obviously just, let you guys take the floor and obviously give your thoughts on the overall run of how you thought about the tour, and are you overly satisfied, even though with its ups and downs or anything like that, or how would you have booked it differently? So before I get fired, let me just fire it to El Jefe first, and obviously get his overall thoughts on this this tour. What did you think of it overall?
So I think it started, the heel turn moment in itself was fantastic, an all-time moment, but we know there was no direction for it, and it was a disaster after that point. Now, despite the fact I hate how he actually turned face at SummerSlam, I do think once he did turn back face, the second half of the year for the limited dates they did have was actually quite enjoyable. I think from SummerSlam onwards, they did the best with what they could. The issue is they could have done more. He wanted more dates, and of course the number he wanted was ridiculous. That was too much, but they could have done less. And I think if there was more dates in the second half of the year and you built up a proper storyline for his final match, it could have been a lot better. But you mentioned about people having a problem with that finish, basically, out of this retirement match. And let me just say now, I've thought about it some more. I've heard everybody's opinions, explanations as to why they liked it. I think that finish was an absolute disgrace. In fact, I hate it more now than I did at the time, because I've heard him explain it today on Cody Rhodes' podcast. And after hearing him explain it and why he smiled, it's clear he didn't even really know why he was smiling. He wanted to try and make it seem like he was happy that he was passing the business. He was being choked out. Nobody in UFC smiles when they're getting choked out, but my bigger issue than that was the tap itself as well. This guy said he would never give up, and I'm a big believer that Gunther would have just as much heat right now if John Cena passed out. If you made John Cena go to sleep in his final ever WWE match, the crowd would have hated it. They would have booed. It would have been just as bad. But making him tap, I do think, and Jordy, I'm sorry to say this to you, I think that has hurt the legacy of John Cena. Why? Well, because he made a promise to kids who had cancer, and he said to them, I will never give up for you. And the fact is, he gave up. And that is part of the reason why I have an issue with this decision too, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think Cena should have ever have said that to the Make-A-Wish kids. But the fact is, he did say it. And now he's gone back on that. And I do think that is a big issue, Chaos.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Let me play Doctor's Advocate. You said obviously not Doctor's Advocate, Devil's Advocate.
Devil's
What the hell?
Advocate.
Is this a new one I haven't heard of?
No, I'm thinking of the Games album. Never mind. So I don't know why I got the Games album on my mind. So yeah, obviously you said that, you know, the impact of Gunther would have a big, just as good a big impact if he just made Cena just get choked out, not tap out.
Yeah.
So what about when Lesnar faced Hulk Hogan and he bear hugged him and Hogan didn't tap out? He just did the three arm drops and, you know, he didn't tap out. Did that really make Lesnar a bigger person or like a bigger heel or anything like that? Like when really...
Well, it's a difference because that wasn't the Hulk Hogan retirement event where everybody was there to see Hulk Hogan's last match.
Fair. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. No, that was a fair point. Okay.
That's what worked for him, brother.
Yeah,
creatively. I mean, he had.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. I mean, I still think it's a bit harsh to say that, you know, it really like tarnished John Cena's legacy. I think, like I said, we just live in a world right now where everything is forgotten within a few days. Even Cena said it himself. Like
you are right about that.
You know, it's you know, obviously we'll go. We have that one random day where we're going to say, oh yeah, remember when John Cena tapped out or anything? But we're just going to shrug it off. I don't think there's been worse things that's happened in the wrestling business than, you know, than Cena just.
But let's say if Jordy now next podcast shows up wearing a John Cena Never Give Up shirt, I am instantly going to think to myself, that shirt's a bit of a lie. He gave up.
I mean, it's not like he didn't tap before. Like,
not since he said the words "never give up."
Okay, but people in life, that happens. Like, people do quit jobs. People do get sick.
Yeah, but do they go into jobs saying with a T-shirt saying "I will never quit" and then quit the job?
I'm sure somebody has.
Well, yeah, just like John Cena, they're a hypocrite.
Real life also isn't scripted, though. We don't have to, like, we can't predetermine real life.
Isn't it?
We can't predetermine something like that. Like,
have you not seen
the Matrix?
I think that is the thing. Like, and I do think that it's not because they made a bit of a pig's ear of the whole. They just ballsed it up a bit of the tour in general, right? And I think because of that, if a TV show has a bit of an off series, but the finale's good, you kind of can forgive it. But I think we had to have a really good finale that was pretty much fan satisfaction in order to make a lot of people forget about some of the balls up that they made on the tour, some of the bad booking decisions that they made there with a heel turn and stuff like that, kind of going nowhere. The Brock match was just I don't even know why they thought it was.
It was amazing, right?
Why again they thought it was a good idea to bring him out with a load of kids and then just have him get the shit beaten out of him. I honestly like who thought a good shout, like I don't really, but there was good moments and moments that unfortunately because of the worser moments, good moments that I'd kind of forgotten. Like I said to you guys, there was a moment in the SummerSlam match with Cody, the second one, the finish when Cena's taken 2 crossroads, he's stumbling to his feet, and Cody salutes him with tears in his eyes, and then hits the third one and pins him. Like that's the Michaels Flair style finish that we could have had to John Cena's career. No, I don't think. And maybe there is some, but I think a lot of people, when I talk about how I don't agree with the finish, think that John should have won, and I don't think that. I just think he should have been pinned or he should have been choked out. I don't honestly think Gunther should have been his final opponent. I do agree. I think that Gunther's doing a decent job since. But I just think, I think Gunther was already the big bad heel, the biggest heel in the company. There could have been a different creative decision. Like, people kind of want to boo Jey Uso right now, it seems. So give him a reason. Turn him heel by, like, fucking over Cena in his final match. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's certain ways that we could have gone about this. We didn't have to make the biggest, baddest guy in the company already worse. And I do want to touch on something in terms of the whole career-ending situation, right? At this point, Gunther versus Randy Orton comes up at the end of Randy's career. Like, I know who's going to win. Same if it's AJ. Same if it's Brock. Same if it's anyone. If they do it one more time, I know it's just... And predictability isn't a good thing in wrestling, I don't think. Like, nobody's going to be satisfied. Everyone's just going to... I think it'll become go-away heat. I don't think people will be, like, satisfied with everybody's career ending the same way that we know it's going to... Like, if this happens now, and he ends Gunther... I don't really care about Brock, but AJ's career, like, Randy, AJ, and Brock say that are retiring in coming years. We've predicted this like 12, 18 months out. That's not a good thing, I don't think. So I feel like, in a sense, like it's almost like the Cena heel turn. It's great for a shocking moment, but in the long run, I think they might back themselves into a corner a little bit. Like, I don't know if I'm just still a bit butthurt about Cena tapping out, but like, what do you guys think about that? I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, is it good to be that predictable?
No, I think, when you look at Flair, we all knew Flair's last match was at 24. Before anything even happened, everybody knew Flair was losing that match. That was the end of it. And it's still one of the universally praised matches of all time. I don't think you have to worry about Randy. I think the person that retires Randy is probably going to be Cody. So I don't think that's going to be a factor. He's not going to retire Ray. That'll be dumb. I think it's one of those things where if you're able to pull it off right, Gunther can get a great match out of somebody. If it's going to pan out in a situation where Gunther's retiring people and then eventually Gunther retires and gets taken out by a younger guy, whether it's a Braun Breaker or an Obafemi or Jacob Fatu, I'm okay with that, because you're gaining that lineage. You're beating the guy that retired Goldberg. You're beating the guy that retired Cena. You're beating the guy that retired AJ Styles, the guy that retired The Undertaker. I mean, you're getting that lineage. I think you can do it. Like Chaos said, it's never been done. So I don't necessarily have an issue with it if the payoff is worth it in the end. That for me, that's why I don't have too much of an issue with it, because I think in Cena's last act, and this is kind of how I view it, and I know a lot of people feel differently about it, Cena's final act was giving Gunther 97 Shawn Michaels Survivor Series heat. And I don't think that's a bad thing, because wrestling hasn't had that true guy that everyone hates in a long time. They really haven't. To a degree, MJF sort of had it, but not really to the level of like a Gunther. There hasn't been that guy. So I'm completely fine with it if the payoff is worth it in the end. I think Cena as a whole with the retirement tour, his body would never have held up for 200 plus days that he wanted to do. There's no way. Chaos, Ben, we were there at 39. That match with Theory was absolutely horrible. That could have been the end right there. Like, he really did not have it in that match. So I think they were very limited in what they could do with him. I also think they would have gotten buried no matter what they did with this retirement tour, because no one does retirement tours in wrestling. They really don't. So you were going to get the audience. A part of the audience would be like, oh, we want all the nostalgia stuff. And then if they did it, there'd be the other portion of the audience. He should be putting people over, putting over young talent. If you had him put over young talent, oh, that's disrespectful to Cena. He's the GOAT. Like, you shouldn't be doing it. I think they were damned if they do, damned if they don't. I don't necessarily think anybody would have truly been satisfied with this, personally. I like to look at some of the positives for me. You got the touchstone ones that you had to get. Him with Randy again, him with Punk one more time. Edge was off the table. You couldn't get Edge. But, you had him essentially pass the torch to Cody as the quarterback, the face of the company, whatever you want to say. He did that. He got his 17th world title. He completed his Grand Slam. Even though the heel turn sucked, people wanted a heel turn forever. They sort of got something. It wasn't exactly what they wanted, but they got a heel Cena just before it was the end. And like I said, I think he gave Gunther monster heat with it. Also, he went out the way he wanted. That's what he wanted. If he wanted to win, if he wanted to go pinfall, whatever, they gave him what he wanted. And it was the time
I
honored
disagree
tradition.
with you.
But that's what he said. He said that's what he wanted.
But he didn't get what he wanted was more dates, and they didn't give that, and that's part of my issue as well. Like, I know what you're saying, his body, but he could have done 100. He could have done 100.
Well, here's the thing.
Triple H has said time after time, though, hasn't he? John Cena has earned the right to go out the way he wanted, but he didn't.
Yeah.
They decided it for him, and I think that's not cool. Like,
also, he said he didn't have any involvement in the finish.
That's lying to the fans. Straight up lying to the fans.
I sincerely doubt that there's no way there wasn't a conversation of like, John, you go with this? Or he suggested,
you know what he'll say? He'll say what he always says. I'm happy with whatever
we
you
don't
guys
know.
It's not my job to book. That was his whole thing. Like,
that's what he always
do what you tell me to do.
If they would have brought him in for all these extra dates, people would want him wrestle. Or if he went out there and did rah-rah with the crowd, how long before the internet and everyone else got mad and going, well, he's wasting valuable TV time. There's new talent.
The reality is we'll never know.
There's a happy medium.
The reality is we'll never know.
With it. To be honest with you, somebody was going to complain regardless.
He was on TV for 2 months.
It's hypothetical, but we don't know. What we do know is what happened was a bit of a mess. And if we had more dates, like for example, just the SmackDown before his final match, have him on there. He didn't even need to wrestle. He didn't even need to wrestle.
Just
like, he's great at building a
story
story on a mic, and like, do you know what? It's just little things like that where it's just like, that's just a little bit of a slap in the face. Come on, like, we could have, and even if you've got 36, have one of them the SmackDown before his final match. Like,
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
They didn't have that show. I have no idea why they didn't do that.
No,
yeah. So there's little bits like that build up, and then when you put that finish on top, and then I think John Cena is the first one that will say, I got it wrong, because he said it before. He's like, sometimes like you mess up and you don't get it right. And if he's come out and said
maybe the
finish was nothing to do with me, then I kind of tended to believe that. Like, I don't know though.
I think just the dates alone and how they booked it. Obviously, they must have did the book the dates like probably most likely a year in advance, considering the person that he is. But that also shows that they didn't have a plan at all for all those dates, hence why it's so spaced out. My guess, it wouldn't surprise me, is that obviously when they did the heel turn, they were hoping to probably extend it all the way till then, because that would be a heel thing where he will be like, the way it's spaced out, he will be like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be here for the last 2 weeks. You ain't going to see me until our last PLE. And then I'm gone forever.
That's a good shout. That is a good shout.
I honestly thought that's what they were going to do. I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to keep the title as a heel until his last match with Cody. But then I think part of it was like, well, we can't have him retiring as a heel, and it all got screwed up with the Travis Scott thing, which should have never happened.
No.
But there was no plan there. John's, as he's just confirmed now, some breaking news that there was never ever a plan about what The Rock or Travis Scott would do after that night, and neither him or Cody ever discussed it in the lead up to their feud at WrestleMania. As soon as they were told that it was going to be involved, they were then told they're not going to be involved. So that by the time they actually worked on the feud, it had already been scrapped.
Wasn't that an Ari directive though? The Rock, bringing The Rock in,
bringing in The Rock, according to Unreal,
to boost ticket sales,
So like, it's one of those things where like, I know a lot of people are going to blame Hunter for that, but like, there are things above him that made that decision that screwed 100%. That up. You know,
for sure.
That decision, I don't think Triple H is even getting the blame for.
I'm pissed at Dwayne for that. Like, I'm like, respectfully, Ben, respectfully, Chaos, all three of you guys, like, if you guys were on a retirement tour of podcasts and somebody said, Jordy, we needed to bring you in to boost viewers, I would have been like, listen. Just let them do the thing, all right? Like, I'm not getting in the way of this booking to boost the moment. Like, let them do you know what I mean?
You are forgetting, though, that Ari is The Rock's boss also. Like, I don't think this was a, can you do a favor? This was a, I need you to do your role.
But I also think it's an insult to the card, and I've said this before. Like it's in Canada. You've got Trish Stratus on the card. You've got KO versus Sami Zayn on the card. You've got John Cena's final elimination chamber on the card, where he might get a chance to win number 17. What do you mean you need to add The Rock onto that?
It didn't. They were struggling to sell until The Rock.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like, I can't believe that. Like, how, why? Like, and don't just hit.
Don't remember them ticket prices. Ticket prices were crazy.
So that's what
ticket prices.
But as soon as you get The Rock in there and all that, of course, people will definitely break the bank.
I do love that, where it's like, I don't understand why people aren't buying tickets. Maybe because you charge it 3 times what they should be. Maybe that could be a reason. I don't know.
They've rose so much in the past couple of years. It's crazy.
Crazy
to think in 2023, £250 we paid for level floor for SmackDown and Money in the Bank tickets. And now that would get me half of one night.
When I went to Raw in August in Philly, this 200 level on TickPick was $110. I don't know, a couple days before the show, I get some random email from WWE offering me those same tickets in the 200 level plus NXT for $45 a piece. Jay, I wonder what happened there. Were you not selling?
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Quick question with you guys. Before I go, because quick question. Do you think that this would have been booked better if VKM was still in charge?
No.
You
got Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin, which everyone forgets. Everyone complained about that and said it should have been Cena.
Even if it would, I wouldn't want him back in charge. There's the price to pay, and it's not.
Absolutely.
But
no, I don't think it would. I think there would.
Obviously, if all the allegations and stuff never happened, and he was still in charge today, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yes.
Here's the thing with
that. What?
Here's the thing with the Vince thing. I think that was probably the most frustrating part of seeing comments after it and going, I want Vince back. No, you don't. You were all bitching about Vince's booking. I'm sorry. Did everyone suddenly forget?
Why it pissed me off is because it was Vince booking.
And he's older now. So it's even worse. Oh, do you forget the big dog? How about Katie Vick? How about Carlito running into a wall like it was the Looney Tunes chasing?
This is exactly what pissed me off. Bringing in The Rock for no reason to boost sales. That would be something Vince would do. Having Gunther tap out Cena to make him a big bad. Look, he made Brock beat Taker at Mania. That was what I said. It gave me that same feeling. Like, it was Vince booking, and that was what pissed me off. I was like, I thought we would past this shit. Like,
that's my point, kind of, guys. Whereas I actually do believe, to be crystal clear, the product overall would be way worse if Vince was in charge. But I think they messed up this John Cena retirement tour so badly that I actually think if Vince was in charge, he couldn't do much worse, and I think he would have done better. Why?
It might not
he
be
loved Cena. He absolutely adored Cena. He saw him like a son, and that's the difference between Kurt Angle. I think Vince kind of grew a little bit old of Kurt Angle by the time he went to TNA and left.
Vince would have let Cena retire as champion and would have ruined the entire legacy of the title with it, because Cena would have retired.
Cena would have done that,
his guy.
By the way, I do absolutely hate that moniker they gave him, the last real champion.
Yeah,
that's weird. That's
they should have dropped that they should have dropped that when he stopped being a heel.
I had no problem with the Never Seen 17. I thought that was clever. I was fine with that. The last real champion I thought was such a shitty moniker that made no sense because he didn't have a title.
And it kind of shits on Cody, who he was putting over, and I just would have liked Cody to be his final match, man. Like,
I really thought that.
I did.
Gunther's 38. I'm pretty sure Cody's 39. Like, it's not like Gunther's not young. It's not like we've got 20 years plus. Like, give it, like, you know what I mean? So that's why as well. I think when people say they're making a next generation of talent, it's like he's 38. Like people
Yeah.
tell me LA Knight's over the hill, and he's like 39. So like, what's going on?
That's what I'm
LA
saying.
Knight's 43.
43 or 44, somewhere in there.
Is he? I thought he
Yeah.
was like 40.
He's
I
in
thought
his
he was
40s.
like 30.
Yeah, he's in his 40s. Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm gonna fact check that.
I think Cena's got
Same
like
age as
40.
Priest, isn't he? I'm sure they're like really early 40s, like 41.
I think LA Knight. I think Cena has like 4 years on LA Knight, 3 or 4 years.
He's 43. Yeah.
there you go.
Wow.
There you
Oh,
go.
boy.
But the reason I don't wish I'm glad it wasn't Cody's final match was I think that would kill Cody as a babyface because whoever retired Cena was going to be a big heel. So that would be my issue with it.
Nah, I think if
you
he did
were
it the
going
way they did at SummerSlam with a tearful salute, man, I think it would have been a nice.
They turned on him for a month until he went to film that movie. You're forgetting they did turn on him, and that was when there was 6 months left still.
I think if you were going to do it,
okay.
I think whoever faced Cena was going to get booed. Doesn't matter who the hell who was up against, he was going to get booed because this guy's in a retirement tour, and whoever was going to get booed.
People really think he was going to win.
You either do Gunther to get the monster heat. If you did Cena Cody, then it had to be the Homelander turn. That's the only thing you could have done there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 100%.
I don't think people went home from a SummerSlam upset. I think people liked the moment. I don't know. I also, like I said before, I think Jey Uso would have been a good shout. Turn him heel, get him booed.
Here's the thing with Jey: he's super over in the arena, but I don't think he could do a solo heel run that'll be super successful. Personally, to waste Cena on it, despite what Rikishi may say, I don't think he has that in him.
I have said as well, the choice of words saying I made you tap out like a bitch is silly when you look at how he tapped out to Jey Uso compared to how John Styles
and Dragunov
went out like Obi-Wan on his own. He tapped himself out.
Funny.
Like that's what it looked like.
That's
and then
what
Jey
They exaggerate. That's the whole thing. Like what I would have done.
That is true. That is true.
What I would have done, I would have escalated it even further.
I've not forgotten about Jey tapping him out. It's not made me forget. That's the thing.
When he called him the bitch and kept on taunting the crowd, which I thought was great, I would have had the Cena music hit. Crowd would have popped, and then he laughed.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good. Honestly, as well.
Shawn Michaels used to do that with Bret Hart in Canada.
I would have loved going to see Triple H backstage as well. I think that would have been fantastic. And when we followed him into Gorilla, I was like, are they gonna do it? Like, are they actually gonna see Triple H give him a high five and a hug, and then everyone else shun him and be like, I can't believe you shouldn't be disrespecting him like that after his final match and stuff.
I did love that Hunter said during the post show or whatever they were booing, he goes, I thought they would be louder. Like, I mean, that is a cerebral assassin answer. That's old school Triple H just fucking with the crowd, and that's just great.
No, 100%. Yeah, I just called from time that, pretty much before the tour even began. I think I said it on the daily that, Cena should have the title all the way up until the end. And then whoever does, then he obviously loses it. It might be predictable, but sometimes, depending on the story, predictability is just as fine. He obviously gives it up. Maybe, I don't know about retiring with it. Definitely lose it. And I would have been fine with Cody, and it would be like a double turn. Do it. It's been a while since we had a double turn. An Austin Hart situation. That would have been.
They won't turn Cody face though, because then they don't have a big baby face who can sell as much as Cody does, because nobody sells close to him. Nobody.
But that's
Jay's
the thing.
The next closest.
The fact that Cody, like, let's be honest. This second
Punk's got to sell well.
This Cody
not
title
with
run
kids
hasn't
because
been
of the
good.
tattoos. So he's not even even though Cody's got the neck tattoo, they cover it up with his thing. So Punk can't even be on any merch to the kids that goes like lunchboxes and stuff.
That's ridiculous.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like the fact that, let's be honest, Cody's title run, the second title run, has not been that memorable, which just shows that, probably keeping the title on Cena all the way up until right to the end, and then obviously lose it to whoever it may be would have been the best option. But yeah, I think let's take chances. Let's just take chances in terms of turning Homelander, turning Cody full Homelander. I think will be.
We're seeing hints of it at different points. Like, I do think it's going
right now. It's more evident than ever.
Yeah. It's
we'll
going to happen.
get there. But it's like It's like Han in Fast and Furious about Tokyo. They keep referencing it. They keep hinting at it. They're going to get there, but not yet. They'll wait until somebody else can step up to be the top babyface, and I don't think anybody's close yet.
I don't want it to be predictable when he does it. Like, that's the whole thing, too. Like, if I don't know when he does it, I look forward to that. Like, even though I know it's coming, it's still going to be a shock when eventually he does it.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
what
be
I
looking
want
at shirt
from that.
sales. That's the sad thing about the current. Like, we were like, Cody's dropped to 4th in shirt sales now. There's 3 people above him. They might turn him heel. The only thing the contrast to that I will say is, like, I don't think any of us saw the John Cena thing coming, although they made an absolute pig's ear of it.
We all Cody, though.
We all were like,
that.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, yeah, I know, because Cody, I don't think, was actually a big enough babyface to make people boo John. They still cheered him, and they swayed.
That's true, but I
do you know what I mean?
Heads,
that's no discredit to Cody. It's probably more credit to John than anything. Had they done it to the more recent tribal chief who brings the house down every time he walks through the door, maybe, I don't know. I still stand by that he is more over than Cody. He might not sell more stuff, but I do think, and I think it's probably the absence makes the heart grow fonder kind of thing. I think people are more clamber to see a card when Roman's on it. And to throw the ones up when his music hits
every week. He could potentially be that baby face now again.
Oh yeah,
it's just that he's not there enough to be the face of the company as the baby face.
It's another health situation with him, which is a shame. But,
absolutely, and also you see
he said
Street Fighter and stuff as well. You see that, like.
I do want to clarify that, because I have heard from sources close to Roman, he does not like that narrative being put out there. Because it's just like the best thing. It's false. He's completely good now. It's just he likes to spend time with his family because of the experiences that
he's earned it. He doesn't have to work
after the deal that he had. It's going to be hard to be like, oh no, next year we want you to do another 50 dates. And be like, well, we did pretty well last year with the dates that I did, and I was kind of the headline of a lot of the main events. So maybe like, let's just carry on doing that. Like,
Roman's
say no, isn't it?
Roman's an attraction guy now. Like, I mean, which I'm completely fine with, because that opens up a space for somebody else to step in, whether it's Jacob Fatu, whether it's Obafemi, whatever. Somebody that plateau is there for somebody to take. Yeah, it's just a matter of
Roman Reigns. He's able to open shows now. He's like open, like do matches, like he's
beat by Bronson Reed.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Didn't he open WrestleMania as well? No, he didn't open WrestleMania. Sorry.
No.
You're right,
Closed night one.
Yeah, he closed night one. But still, like that just shows that, like, he's not hogging up the main event. He's done that already for about 3 years.
The narrative was he wants to either open or close a show, because those are the two things that a lot of people remember, as opposed to the middle of the show.
Exactly.
I would have rather Drew retired Cena, by the way. Just throwing that out there as well.
Okay.
All right. Reigns to retire Cena?
No, Drew.
Oh, Drew.
He could have been a big bad heel, but like we all kind of cheer him at the minute still, because he's kind of too good at being a tweener. But like maybe if he'd have tapped out Cena, or like ref bump cheated his way to it, that might have got him booed.
Gunther being the guy then specifically, if Drew would be okay, what's the difference? Because neither of them needed it, and I think Gunther benefits from it more than Drew.
I don't think Gunther needed it, in a sense of like it's almost like over pushed, really. Like I didn't like how quick they threw him into the world title picture after he lost the IC one. I said then I would rather him just have like a rivalry outside of that. So yeah, I think it's a couple of things really, but I thought I said this to you guys prior to him tapping out Cena. I thought Gunther was a huge part and going to be an integral figure in the future of WWE for the next kind of 5 to 10 years. Probably the biggest, baddest heel they've got. And I'm very excited to see how he navigates the kind of prime / twilight of his career, given the stature, given the push he's been given. I still feel that way. I don't feel any more that way. I don't feel any less that way. I still feel that way. So that's why I'm like, there could have been someone on that roster where you could have really turned my opinion on them, or you could have really made me feel something. I feel the same towards Gunther now as I did prior. If anything, I'm pissed off at Hunter. I'm not pissed off at Gunther. Gunther went out there and did a job as like a submission specialist, choking out retiring Cena. Like, go on, King. Like, crack on. And he put on a hell of a match and he choked him out. I didn't like necessarily how the finish looked. I didn't necessarily like that he was put in that position, but once he was, I knew he would put on a great match. And I don't necessarily like that he's being led down a maybe predictable route of he's the guy that retires people. That's all.
Why would McIntyre though be any better when he's already main evented a WrestleMania? He's already won a world championship. He's multiple times. Why would, he need it more than Gunther? Because I agree with you. There's other names who could have used it more, but Drew McIntyre seems to, need it less.
Maybe to just because I think people are more willing to boo Gunther than they are Drew. I think we've cheered Drew before. We've never really cheered Gunther. To really get Drew back on that heel run, if you want to make us boo him for the kind of next 5 years, make him choke out Cena or make him do something like that to really, really piss people off. I think what he does right now is he calls out Cody, and he calls out Cody in a way that there's a lot of people like the Clark Taylors who enjoy it, who are like, yeah, you know what, man, you're preaching what I'm preaching. And it's not as much of a 90-10 split in Cody's way as maybe it should be in a kayfabe sense. So I think if you had him do that to Cena, it even pisses Cody off to be like, how dare you? He's my mentor and you did that to him, and now I'm really pissed off. You know what I mean? So I just think there's more layers to it. But no, I do appreciate what you're saying. Yeah, there's people that I guess needed it more than both of them too.
I think what Drew is, he has this element about him where it's relatable. Like he's been screwed over. Like people see that like, his world title reign, it was during COVID. No one, nobody was there. Like his grievances of the bloodline, like all that stuff was relatable, which is a different type of heel where the audience can go, yeah, I know he's the bad guy, but he's got a point. Like usually that's not the case. Like Gunther's just a heel. Like
that's why he will be the perfect butcher to Homelander when / if that happens. I used to think it was KO, and I still kind of do in a way, but Drew would also be the perfect man to do it because he can be the guy that's been like, I've been preaching it and you're not been listening, and now you come to me to save you. But I will, because I'm a legend.
Fair enough. So yeah, it looks like we all have strong opinions regarding this tour and obviously how it unfolded and how it ended. Understandably so, because go on, what were you going to say?
I do want to say one thing. I know Jeff Jarrett made some statement of going, it was the worst finish of all time. Really, Jeff? Did you forget the bash at the beach? Did you forget the finger poke of doom? Did you forget Viagra on a pole? Did you forget all these other things that you were a part of?
Everything was on a pole.
Can we stop? Like,
stop.
I would. You got your vendetta with Hunter. Like,
I agree with you. But I would say, on Devil's Advocate, the fact that we remember all of them finishes mean that they're not the worst finishes of all time.
Not for the right reasons.
No, yeah, you're right. But the worst finish, the worst finish of all time is one that we've forgotten. I reckon.
No, absolutely not. No,
it's not even the worst of the year.
You had a reverse battle royal in TNA with Russo. You had to fight to get in the ring in order to compete for the match. Could we not?
Cena beating the Nexus is a worse finish. Like there is worse finishes. There's certainly worse finishes.
Did anyone see NXT the other night?
That's what I just said. Yeah, Blake Monroe, Thea Hale. That was 5 people, by the way, made a mistake there. Thea Hale, Blake Monroe, the referee, the announcer, because he announced her as the NXT Women's Champion, and the production guy for playing the wrong theme. 5 people in 20 seconds made a mistake. It was just mind-blowing. But anyway.
Technically, aren't the refs told to count the shoulders regardless?
No, because Blake Monroe's shoulder was up.
It was up.
Okay, but I'm saying that is the general rule, though.
Yeah,
but are they also the rule is you need, like, if you, because I grabbed a screenshot and the refs, as Blake's shoulder is up and the ref's hand is on his way down for the 3rd count, he's just staring at the mat. So it's like even if a hair wasn't in the way, he's not going to see it. Like it was bizarre. I think it's because of the Jessica Carr one recently where she kind of stopped. I think there was a telling to all the refs, right? we'll be having none of that. So if you just count and if it's on them. But I think, to that, you do still have to kind of keep your eyes on the ball. And
we kind of seen that a lot this year, because even in AEW that happened, where the ref stopped, where or whatever it was. What was it? It was
the only reason I'd carry
it?
on counting is if there was no conscious effort to kick out. If it looked like they kicked out, I'd stop and be like, all right, I got it wrong. Sorry, it looked like she kicked out. Like, you know what I mean? But I would do that, especially if I know that's not the finish. So if Blake moved a muscle, she wasn't absolute zonked unconscious, I would be like, oh yeah, I saw her move. And Thea wasn't even covering her properly as well. That was another thing. It wasn't like a proper cover. She was like, leaning on it.
Thea looked like she was anticipating Blake to actually kick out, because she wasn't proper. You can see that she nonchalantly let go of that leg, and then when she realized what the hell, and then she just was shocked. Yeah, so
you mean like the Nia one?
Shit happened.
Yeah, that was awful. That was dreadful. Oh my god. I mean, if that really sucked out, if there was any air left in Tiffany Stratton's reign, that will go sucked out just by that match alone. And I hate Tiffany Stratton's reign. I'm sorry.
No, it was horrible.
It was horrible. It was just But like I said, we're very we have a very strong opinions, as we all know. But let's be real. Like John Cena, he's been there pretty much since the beginning. I still remember the first episode that they keep on replaying of obviously him walking down the ramp and challenging Kurt Angle. Yeah, I still remember that since yesterday, and all the matches on Velocity, and that who stabbed Cena in the nightclub, and is
was it B Squared?
B Squared,
that was
and Jesus as well. To the parking lot brawl with Eddie Guerrero,
Caribbean Cool. Remember he feuded with Carlito back.
And that segment where JBL pretty much killed him when he ran him over with the limo, but somehow he narrowly missed it with the horns. Yeah, it was weird. To obviously that bloody match that you had against JBL, and he was completely covered in blood. So many moments, and it's been part of our childhood, and it's it's sad to see your let's say heroes go and retire, but yeah, it was a good run.
It's one of those things when you start thinking about who's left. Jericho's still there. Jericho's on the tail end. AJ, obviously, he's got roughly the same length. Ray's still doing it despite the fact his knees had to be bionic at this point.
And being in the Hall of Fame.
Edge and Christian are still floating around.
Remember, Ray, they doing it for no reason,
trying the best.
Big Show is technically he hasn't officially announced a retirement, but again, he's from that era.
Edge as well.
The Dudleys are retired now, right?
As a team, they are. Yeah. I don't know if Bully is officially.
Devon's definitely done.
Devon's definitely done. The Hardys.
Yeah, that's
speaking of that, they're still floating. There's not many left. Technically, RVD, because he hasn't officially announced the retirement. But there's a lot still around, which is kind of wild when you think about it. But Cena is
the Rock's got another match in him.
The Rock's
he's waiting for Saudi.
His match
Saudi
is
with
the one
Roman.
that's floating there.
Yeah. Saudi with Roman.
But Cena's going to get his flowers, the Hall of Fame. People are going to eventually probably let go. There'll be some people that won't, the way that match ended. But you got to look at the entirety of the career. He gave us a lot in that period of time. So, and he gave back to this a lot. You know what I mean? So
I still say thank you, Cena. That I'll never. That's not changed.
Oh yeah.
I don't think my opinion on the tour won't change. I don't think I'll always be a bit gutted about that, as I am about the end of Game of Thrones. But I'll get over it. But it'll always be a bit of a sour taste knowing it could have been better. But the 1 year out of 20 compared to the other 22, right? It's not. It's just chalk and cheese.
You know what? It is kind of funny because you look. The only person I can compare this to is Kurt Angle, where the chance of you suck, for both of them became affectionate at that point. It became a running thing. Kurt Angle's the only one to enter any Hall of Fame anywhere where the fans are chanting, "You suck" at the Hall of Fame, and that's a term of endearment. And it's the only in wrestling that can happen.
It's true.
Yeah. No, 100%.
It's damn true.
It's damn true. Yes. So but yeah, what's your thoughts of overall with regarding the tour as well? Please leave your comments down below. So yeah, we hold on, let me just cut. Okay, cool. Let's just quickly wrap up on the spinner belt quickly, and then we'll do the tier list. Is that okay, El Jefe? Yeah, I can hear you.
You're on mute.
That's all good. That's all good.
All
As
right,
long as we
cool.
don't go over another half an hour.
Well, we're
I
not.
have half an hour.
I don't think we'll.
Oh yeah. No, we're gonna talk. No, we ain't
Soul's
gonna talk
not here.
about the spinner. Yeah, exactly. It's all good. It's all good.
He's the fan of that.
All right, cool. Resuming now. So yeah, moving swiftly on, we're gonna be talking about another legacy. Whether we enjoyed it or not, but it was there. And it was in active competition for over 8 years. And we're talking about, which is obviously what is right behind or right beside Jordy in the Bank, is of course the gorgeous, beautiful spinner belt. Would you mind showcasing that for us, please? Yep, that's all good. Yeah, look at it. Look at this spin.
Wow.
Look at this spin. That is so 2005. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It now belongs to the Miz.
Oh, does it?
Well, it's upside down. It's an M.
No, it's upside down.
Oh, my bad. Fair enough. So
Looking
yeah,
around, Wicked Witch.
the spinner belt, which obviously was introduced by John Cena himself in 2005, and on an episode of SmackDown, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the quiz, the Big Fat John Cena quiz, everybody got that wrong. They didn't know he actually debuted it on an episode of SmackDown after WrestleMania when he won it from JBL. And yeah, it was inactive on WWE TV for over 8 years. Numerous people have had it. And yes, some people it looks good on, and some people it looks very, very weird on. But yeah, it was a huge merchandise seller. As one of the alumni in Wrestling Republic, Soul will tell you. Yeah, it's I just wanted to get your thoughts, you guys, on the legacy and what's your memories of the title belt? Did you purchase one like Jordy? Like, did you enjoy it? Like, what was did you wish they changed it sooner, or like all that kind of stuff? So just want to get your thoughts on like any happy moments or bad moments of regarding the spinner belt. So yeah, I'll move it to, of course, the guy with the spinner belt right beside him, of course, Jordy in the Bank. What's your thoughts on the WWE spinner belt introduced by John Cena himself?
I love it. I loved it at the time. It's not my favorite design, don't get me wrong. I love the Attitude Era design. I get confused whether it's that the Big Eagle.
It's the Big Eagle. Yes, if that's
yeah,
the one
yeah, that's the Big Eagle, right? So yeah, I loved that belt. This is probably close second, just because of so many of like one of the most iconic kind of feuds I remember was Cena and Punk, and that was right in there, and him holding it where he sat on the barricade, and you know what I mean. So I feel like there's so many synonymous moments with this belt. Love it, and again, so this is the thing. I don't want to talk about the finish of his farewell tour, but it was divisive, and I will say that there's some poetry in that. There's don't think anyone's had a finish to the career that some people love and some people hate. That's been so Marmite, and I think it's the same with the belt. I think it is John Cena through and through. It is, some people love it and some people hate it. And I think, again, there's a beauty in that, because that was and always will be John Cena's career will be kind of defined by the "Let's go Cena sucks" chants. And I think some people say "Let's go Spinner," some people say "Spinner sucks." So I'm "Let's go Spinner." I don't know about you guys. I think it was very representative as for John's character at the time as well. I will say that.
Yeah. Two things I want to say, obviously, to what you're saying, Jordy. So, number one, do you feel like when it came to the spinner belt, do you agree that it kind of like suited some people and some people it didn't, or do you think it was something that should have been just still carrying on even to this day? Did you feel like it looked like a toy? Do you feel?
A little
Or
bit,
some people.
but I can definitely agree that like some people looked better with it and some people didn't, and that's just down to who that person's character was, right? And I think some people would look good in a car that's got spinner alloys, and I think some people would look stupid in a car that's got spinner alloys, and I think that's the same with a belt. I think that's just some people could pull it off and some people couldn't. I don't think that's no slight to the people that couldn't pull it off. They probably will look better with a big gold
Yeah,
than
cool.
John Cena did at one point with his pump up sneakers and his long jorts and his backwards cap, and you know what I mean. So I think different belts suit people better in different ways, and I certainly think that one suited John. I think for some reason somehow it suited Punk as well. I will say that.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
Whether it's the
did.
moment of him holding it on the barricade that just brings that to what it is and the storyline to it, but he looked good holding that belt. He really did. So yeah, it's not just John, but I can understand why somebody like I don't know,
Like a Triple H. I think it looked weird as hell on the Triple H. I'm not sure. I don't know. And maybe Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy. He looked good on Jeff Hardy. He did look good on Jeff Hardy.
Rebels. It looked good on Rebels.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looked good on Rebels. Yeah, 110%. Yeah, there was a second thing I was going to say, but I completely forgot. But yeah, let's just move it straight over to you, Anthony.
To me, I'm more of a traditionalist. I have multiple traditional belts. I had no issue with the belt if it was exclusive to Cena and it was Cena's version, like Austin had the Smoking Skull belt. When it became the standard belt for a while, like you said, it didn't fit everybody. So like I wasn't crazy about it. One thing I do want to say is I think they could have done this when Cena had his 17th. And I know he was a heel during that reign. You could have introduced a new spinner and the side plate spun or something, like, because you could have done something with it. I know, maybe they didn't do it because the old one didn't have side plates to do that stuff with. So you make a new one and get people to buy that. Yeah. How many Cena exclusive city belts did you release at hundreds of dollars a pop? You could have released another spinner.
Did they not spin? Did the city ones not spin? I think they might have done.
Oh, I don't know, but I'm saying like the side plates, the 17 side plates for him. You could have.
Yeah, I agree. The side plates, the side plates should spin. Yeah,
because I think people would have liked that. Honestly, like even if you didn't like Cena or whatever, you didn't whatever. Like, okay, that's a nod to that. Like I'm doing it because it pisses part of the audience off because the traditionalists won't like it, and the people that do love me, they're going to cheer me no matter what the hell the belt looks like, so it doesn't matter. And they would have gotten more money from people, which they love doing that. So
I think it does. I think it does spin. Looking at it, it's got a circle in the middle, and it says the John Cena farewell tour.
But the side plates don't.
The side plates don't. No, and that is a mistake. I totally agree. I think they're definitely going to bring out a belt, aren't they? That's like if they haven't already, like they did for the Attitude Era and like the decades, and they brought out the 4 belts. Surely they're going to bring out a Cena one.
Well, they did do a commemorative. I did see there's a commemorative mini online for the career.
Yeah, there is.
There is that, and I'm sure they did a full size.
San Diego one is currently £360.
Oh, I
don't tell me why I shouldn't buy it.
Jordy, I'm curious. Did you get the? They have a giant plaque thing that has pins for every shirt that he wore during his retirement tour. They were selling that at one point because I have the WrestleMania 41 with all the logos.
Do you know what? I was in the queue to get one, and then it took too long, so I tapped out and just thought, yeah, I'll just leave.
Did you get the hoodie? Right. The hoodie's got.
We're going on a tangent. No. We're going on a tangent. All right, let's go. Let's bring it back in course. All right, cool. El Jefe, what's your thoughts on the spinner belt? And do you agree it's one of the greatest title belts of all time, or no? Let's go ahead.
I think that it's the 3rd best WWE Championship design of all time.
Ew.
And when I say that, there's a lot of bias involved. And the reason there's a lot of bias involved is because this was the WWE Championship when I got into wrestling. This was what for years and years I thought the WWE title was. That's when I came into it. I to be honest with you, I think there's very few wrestlers it didn't look good on who actually held it. I mean, there are certain wrestlers such as The Undertaker, but he didn't hold this version where, like, if he did hold it, it would have just looked so wrong. But I think a lot of people who did hold it, it fitted them very well. I thought it looked cool, and it kind of fitted that era of WWE. It wouldn't have fitted other eras. It definitely wouldn't fit now. They did the right choice getting rid of it, but I think the belt they replaced it with, that one which we had in 2013, 2014, that The Rock introduced, I think that is 10 times worse. That design with the big banner at the bottom, that looks absolutely ugly as anything. Then the one they updated it to looked a lot better. But yeah, I think it's overhated. But again, there is an element of bias in that.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's understandable. Yeah, it's definitely a love-hate thing. Like I said, it definitely stood out on some people, but yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, it's sold very well for them, so understandable. And I kind of understand why they kind of kept the inspiration into the one afterwards, the one that The Rock introduced, because it said champion at the bottom, whereas, and obviously the one previous, the spinner belt, it just had champ, like big thing right underneath. So I kind of
like diamonds.
Yeah, it was encrusted in diamonds. But even that, I just felt like they just completely just watered down, the lineage of the championship, because just to say champ, it just sounds so.
It became cartoonish, more toyish looking.
Yeah,
compared to traditional
at the
ones.
time.
I'm just saying, like traditional people didn't like it because it looked more toy like, if that's a way to put it.
Yeah. No, 100%. But yeah, I mean, the legacy they left behind will never be forgotten. Obviously, the infamous Cena and Punk match. All these rivalries that involved it. Again, yeah, we blew him a kiss goodbye. Yes.
Yeah.
What would have been also cool if if you, I think Jordy did mention it, if they did bring out a commemorative or a special spinner belt for him to do the double holding up the belts on Saturday night's main event, or just hold that, because that is just
I'm looking on the store right now, and funnily enough, I can see belts celebrating 30 years of Triple H. But not that many celebrating John Cena.
Putting himself over once again, guys.
Of course.
They might be waiting for the Cena thing for the Hall of Fame, because I do think he's going in this year. But by the way, does his Hall of Fame ring, it's got to spin, right? Like the center's got to spin, right?
Has to.
If they don't, they've missed a trick. They've been missing tricks. They're making a habit of that.
Yeah, exactly. It won't be the first time they miss tricks. Anyways. Nope. But yeah, that's let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments as well. If what's your thoughts of the spinner belt? Is it something that you hold dearly close to your heart, or do you think it was just just something you just wanted off your TV screen as soon as possible? Let us know in the comments. Okay, wrapping up is, of course, like I said, we said at the beginning of the show, we're going to be doing a tier list. You may have seen it in at the beginning by accident. That was not meant to be the plan, but yeah, this is the tier list we have here. So yeah, we're going to be ranking all of John Cena's retirement matches. Don't worry, we're not going to go through all of his 850 matches that he's had over the close to 25 years. We're just going to focus on this year alone. And
next episode.
That is the next episode. Trust me. Yeah, if you're ready for
that's really an anthology. I mean, that's a series of episodes. If you're covering
exactly, yeah,
it's going to be one of those. What's it? The Twitch streamers do a
72-hour
subathon.
Subathon, where we're just live for like 2 weeks straight. That's what that will be.
Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, I'll be fired. That's what I'm saying. I'll be fired.
Yeah, none of it's Ben's idea.
I know, right? Yeah, that's true. So yeah, all in all, he had 18 matches in total this year. So he did pretty much half that. That's like, he had 36 dates, and he did 18 women matches. So that's fair enough. Yeah, like I said, there's been good matches. There's been some bad ones, or there may not have been any bad ones. But we are here, obviously, being through it all now, and it's all wrapped up. We're going to obviously rank them individually to see if see where they rank up. So obviously, now the top is obviously the GOAT status. underneath is hustle, loyalty, respect. So that's basically A. Still solid is B. I might as well give it a B. Meh is a C. And of course, D level is like, why the fuck did that happen? So I'm sure we can think of maybe one or two that could probably go in the ladder in the bottom two. But yeah, this is all good. So yeah, let us get started, shall we? Which is of course
give me 1 second, Chaos. That package I think just arrived. Let me grab
damn
it. Sorry.
All right.
For me. We're back.
All right, fine. Let me pause this. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? So yes, the first match is of course the Royal Rumble, where he made it to the final two, but obviously he got eliminated by John J. Uso.
John Uso.
Yeah, John Uso. A very divisive moment at that time, mostly for Jey Uso, but yeah, that's what would you guys rate obviously his performance and how that ended before we all knew what was gonna be waiting for us at Elimination Chamber? So what would you rank this?
It's kind of tough because you kind of expected him to be in the main event, but you knew if he didn't win the Rumble, it was going to be the Chamber. So I don't know. I mean, I liked it. I didn't have any problem with Jey winning. So
I'll take us back quickly to year 7 science, right? What happens when the particles are all buzzing around? It's a gas. What happens when they're a bit closer together? It's a liquid. What happens when they're all together and it's all very compact and everything? It is a solid, and that's exactly what this match was. To me, it's a clear solid. It was fine. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, I
but
think
it wasn't anything too special.
Yeah.
I'd put it in hustle, loyalty, respect. But
an A tier. Okay.
Purely because I think it's admirable to go out second on your final Rumble, and he did, whether people liked it or not.
Sorry, are we ranking the matches? Or
he put over Jey. He put over Jey Uso.
Just
he had a nice moment with Punk, but yeah, if you guys are going solid, I'll go solid with you.
Yeah,
I'm fine with either one of those, to be honest.
Yeah. Sorry, I just want to clarify what the criteria is. Is it the match itself or Cena's involvement?
Cena's involvement, his input, and obviously the the quality for him. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is his tour. Yeah,
just his stuff. I mean, okay, if it's just his stuff, I could see either. I'd still say solid. He didn't really do too much.
I mean, some of them are not great, as we'll get into. So this kind of looks better in comparison.
Okay, yeah, so if we're still solid, is that all right?
Yeah. You're good.
Okay, cool, fair enough. And of course, I'm so glad I chose this photo. And of course, the Elimination Chamber, where it all unfolded in something we never thought we'd see. Obviously, he won the Elimination Chamber. Great matches, like all together. To be fair, I was watching it a couple of days ago when they were doing a marathon WWE Vault, and it just showed up on there, and it was that match was just great as a whole. But obviously, John Cena won. And obviously you saw the return of The Rock, and of course your best friend Travis Scott, and obviously the turn of the century, pretty much up there Hulk Hogan levels. He turns heel, beats the shit out of Cody, and Travis Scott gets in a painful slap in as well. But yeah, all in all, what did you guys think about that, in the involvement, and just how it all unfolded? Where would you put it?
If you don't count the run itself and just the turn itself, I would put hustle, loyalty, respect, at least.
Do you know what? If we're talking about this night on its own, I think this is one of the greatest performances by, any wrestler. Like, this is just an incredible night, because in this match, we spoke about it earlier in this show, Cena, the couple of years before this, he looked like he was getting older in the ring. This match, he showed, hang on a second, he can still go. The interaction him and Punk had in it, that sequence was absolutely incredible. And I thought, okay, I'm excited to see this again. And then his performance when he turned heel, it was one of the best things he's ever done. So if it's just this one, I'm going to try and make the case for GOAT.
Fair enough.
I'll go for it. I'll go for it as well. I guess if we play, we'll pretend we don't know how we felt on the night. It was certainly a shocking moment for sure, and from a kayfabe perspective, to win on your final elimination chamber, he won the match, didn't he? That's why he got himself in that position to face Cody. So he won in his final ever Elimination Chamber, he won after coming second fiddle in the Rumble and just missing out. So I think that's, I guess, probably.
And keep in mind, obviously, he planted the seeds back from the Rumble in this post-show conference. He said, like,
did you know at that point?
I think he had an idea that they were that. It was
because if they called it if it was a last minute audible to sell tickets when they pulled the rock in, then Cena didn't know at that point.
Yeah.
So the whole "I'm calling my shot" thing wasn't even a lead towards a heel turn.
That was the thing. When he made that statement during that press conference, I'm like, that sounds like a heel comment. I remember at the time distinctly
took us all by surprise, didn't it? Didn't sound like John.
Yeah,
exactly. It's something they wouldn't do.
But
yeah. That's not my John. So where we put, I'll say put this in GOAT. I still
I'm
get
okay with that.
watching
I'm
the
okay
thing.
with
Yeah, it was just one of those moments that you just rarely get in today's wrestling. Okay, cool. And then obviously it leads to Cody versus John Cena 1 at WrestleMania Night 2. Where obviously John Cena won via somewhat assistance by Travis Scott. When we was also expecting The Rock, even though he outright said that he wasn't going to be appearing, but we still held hope. So yeah, this match, in my opinion, was ass. If you don't believe me,
I hated this. I absolutely
sucked.
Hated this.
Yeah, we were doing the watch along. Me and Ben as well were doing the watch along for this, and I struggled to keep my eyes open because this was like 4 a.m. in the morning. And it just did not hook me in. So I agree. This sucked. What about you, Jordy? What did you think about this match?
I didn't hate it, man. If you go back and watch me, if you go back and watch me and Shad on the watch along for WR, we did it. I'm sure we did it live.
You did. Me and Chaos said the night before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Apologies. Sorry.
I'm sure you two might have watched it together though. I think.
No, we didn't. No, I'm getting my nights wrong. I'm sorry.
Right, yeah. But I definitely watched it with Shad, and I remember enjoying it. I remember actually thinking, oh my God, that he's getting people to really hate him by slowing everything down. It's a creative decision, and I don't hate it. It really got people to boo it. To do it in the main event of Mania was a bit of a kick in the teeth, but I think for me to see him the champion, he won the 17th title. It was a record-breaking moment. So I don't think it can go in why.
I think it's the worst WrestleMania main event of all time, and I've thought about that long and hard, and I really do mean it.
The why I answer the question is to give him number 17.
But it's meant to be a D tier. It's meant to be a D tier.
Well, here's the thing. I agree with Jordy. I think I hated it. I was there. I hated it. But it's the 17th. Is that enough to push it to meh? I'm willing to go to meh, but I'm not going to go any higher than that.
I'll settle for meh.
I cannot believe I've been outvoted on this one.
Listen,
I'm
fine with the 17th is the only. It's the one shining grace.
What's your vote? What's your vote, Anthony? Because yours is the decider.
Honestly, it's Chaos. Where were you falling with this?
It gives a little slight bump for me just because of the history behind it.
Because it's the 17th. That's the only reason I would do that. If it was the 17th, I would say why. And I was there.
Right, I'll be honest with you right now. Right, I think it should go in there. If that photo right there was a photo of him with Travis Scott, I would probably be saying why. But it's not. It's a photo of Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the main event of WrestleMania on John Cena's farewell tour. I get it. It was a bit of a mess.
Why did Travis Scott affect the WrestleMania main event? What they described, by the way, as the biggest WrestleMania in history going into it.
You can't do that. You can't do that and then put the last one in GOAT. You can't do that. We can't.
All right. Okay.
Because we're talking about on the night. On the night it was meh. Now it's a Y for sure. But on the night it was
I thought on the night it was. I don't know. Anyway, I think I voted. Next one.
Don't worry, you will get a Y at somewhere.
I think that was the lowest point of this entire tour.
You're mental. You're mental.
Wow.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That was rock bottom.
No, it wasn't.
Then we started to get some bangers, as we'll get on.
No. Brock Lesnar was rock bottom.
WrestlePalooza?
WrestlePalooza was rock bottom.
WrestlePalooza was better than that. WrestlePalooza every day of the week was better than that.
No, it
Why?
was not.
Because it actually had a direction which goes somewhere long term. Don't get me wrong, it's still it still sucks, but it's better than that. Because
No, it's not better than that, bro. Look at it, because Cody Rhodes is not Brock Lesnar. That's why it's not better than that. John Cena, after everything that Brock Lesnar's been accused of, John Cena should have been nowhere near him in this farewell tour. Nowhere near him. Nowhere near him.
Well, we
Cody
got that
versus
out of
John
it.
Cena.
That's an ongoing thing.
No, we don't.
We do.
No, we don't. No, we don't. He should never have done that. You've got to put that into the perspective when you bring John Cena out in kids and have that person. He's in the news. That person. All them kids' parents will know about him.
There has been a 2-year investigation which isn't allowed to be public yet.
Well, still keep Cena away from that person until it can be made public.
You've got to presume they know he's innocent, and that's what's going to come out. You have to presume that if they brought him back.
I don't know, bro.
Because this could be, by the way, this could go on for another 5 or so years. This is something where Vince is being, investigated hard, and they're trying to get something which will actually take him down. And they can't talk about any of it until then.
I would keep Brock away from that person. I would keep Cena away from that person on his farewell tour.
It's completely unfair to him. He can't finish his career. Now, WWE should know the answer before bringing him back, but I think they could.
Cena away from him.
Guys,
and certainly don't bring him back to just beat up John.
Look, you've pissed Jordy so much that his mic is distorting. Like this is Zoom.
Yeah,
all right,
that's crazy. I'm a big believer, right?
It's crazy.
By the time this Vin situation's done, he's gonna be done for. Right now, don't get me wrong. If it ever comes out that they brought him back without knowing he was innocent internally, then Jordy, I will be more fuming than you are. But I'm going to presume that they do.
Why would you be more fuming than I am? Because I'm fuming now.
They brought in
right now he's
Scott
innocent.
Plan.
But
if he turns out he's guilty, then I'll have an issue. But now he's innocent.
There's also other people innocent that have got lots of plenty of charges, bro. Like it's not.
Have you read Brock Lesnar's text? I do actually want to put that out there. Have you read all the evidence? Mm-hmm. Because it is completely plausible based on the evidence out there that Vince said to him that it was all consensual. What Brock says is cheating, but there's nothing criminal about it. But he never knew from the evidence we have that there was anything wrongdoing because Vince was manipulating the situation as far as we know. Now, that might not be the case.
No,
maybe there was more details.
Respectfully, though.
Based on what we know, based on the evidence we have, there is nothing that actually incriminates Brock.
Okay, that's fine. But if I ever threaten to leave WR and you say to me that there's somebody that would like to sleep with me consensually and that'll make me stay, and I say, yes, I'm bro, cool.
That's not what he. No, that's not what he said in the text. That isn't what he said.
It's not. But
No. Vince said, I said to Brock that I'm paraphrasing here, but Vince essentially said, I said to Brock, as part of the deal, you'll sleep with him. So that's a disgusting comment by Vince.
Are you done? Are you done?
So it's a disgusting comment. I want to clarify. That's a disgusting comment by Vince, but that isn't by Brock. So to act like we know he's guilty over that is incorrect. Because we don't know that he ever said that.
I still think to say that having a Travis Scott involvement that didn't go anywhere and a match against Cody where John wrestles a bit slower in a heelish manner is a worse decision than having that person who's been accused of that beat the shit out of him after coming out with a load of kids. I don't think that the Cody thing's worse. I think that's crazy.
You had to return and beat some. You had to return with a win. But look, at the end of the day, I don't think they should have done that match either. I agree with you. It's in why, but I just think Travis Scott's worse because I think long term somebody's going to retire Lesnar. It's going to be a great look. So I think that's why there's at least a positive, even though he wouldn't have needed it. So I agree to why. I mean, we've kind of done that much now. We've not done it in order, but we have kind of accidentally done that.
Yeah, took that in why.
John Cena versus Randy Orton Backlash.
Solid.
God damn it.
What happened?
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
Is it right up there?
Okay, calm
Okay.
down, Ben. All right, okay, Anthony.
Solid.
How
Yeah.
come, Ben?
Yeah,
Just out of
please.
I
interest.
just really, I'd really low
Because it was
expectations
paced in a
for it.
similar fashion to the Cody one, wasn't it?
Yeah, but apart from it actually got to the next level. Like it
Right.
went up to that level. And yes, there was a lot of big moves. Yes, it was Super Cena. But even still, I enjoyed it, and for what it was, it exceeded my expectations. And
You
then
think
some.
they
And
learned
again,
the lesson from the main event
yeah,
of Mania
exactly.
and
That's
found a
also
balance with
maybe
it?
part of it, though.
Fair enough.
If it
fair enough.
wasn't for the WrestleMania match being so bad, maybe I would say solid myself. But maybe it was just the
I'll put it in
contrast.
I'll put it in hustle loyalty respect. It's John Cena and Randy's final match. Chuck it up there. I'm happy. I'm happy to go there.
Boy, if David Schroeder was here to hear you say that, flip it. No, crucify all
Oh man,
y'all.
he did. He's been having a year, so I feel for him.
He'll be in the comments.
Hey, look, his farewell tour is over now, so David can enjoy wrestling again.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. So, Anthony, where you put? You said still solid. So we got 2 for 2. Wait, no, not 2 for 2.
I put that over. I like the buildup of the Punk one, but I would definitely put the Orton one over the Punk one, match quality was.
Really?
I do, yeah.
Okay. See, it's one of them ones where like I enjoyed it at the time, but there's no chance in hell I'm going to be going on my Netflix and see. You know, I really want to see John Cena versus Randy Orton at Backlash.
I've actually rewatched it.
Like,
I
you're
don't
gonna
watch
watch
Netflix.
5%.
Still on your pipe and smoke it.
And I will, and it's saying it's still solid. So fuck y'all.
It's
All right.
2-1. Okay,
Oh,
now
yeah.
it's 2-2.
Yeah. And it's
Democracy's
Taylor.
fallen.
He's the
That was my
tiebreaker.
fault, bro. That was my fault.
Exactly. Yeah.
Democracy's fallen.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the
Let
fact
it
that
crumble.
Ben keeps getting voted out.
Exactly.
2 in a row.
That's why I was in your chat shit. Fuck y'all. All right, cool.
I've been voted different every time apart from
That shit get banged.
This was
Yes. Saturday night's main event. John Cena versus R-Truth.
Yeah, it was meh.
Saturday night's
It's not.
meh,
It's
man.
not why, because there actually was a story behind it in a way. So I'd go meh.
It was really random, like, and plus it was non-title, so I was just
But
like,
it
And
It
it's
saved
still
our
won?
was the
saved our
fan
truth's career.
campaign and everything, and
Saved our truth's career.
his childhood hero. Like,
I'm telling you.
I would go meh.
We wouldn't have had the one further down with the Ron Killings moment without that
Yes.
match, and
Yes.
and R-Truth might still not have a contract and might have been sacked. So
I need to
Yeah.
see if this match was better than the one that had a Capital Punishment. Remember that R-Truth was in the main event at Capital Punishment. That was
my rose
Don't
tinted
remind
glasses
me.
like to think that John knew that Truth might be losing his job and wanted to wrestle him to do that, but I think he's had very, very little to do with his booking of his farewell tour. So
Well, I think he did.
probably wasn't the case.
Didn't he say that he tried to do stuff with Truth to try to, because it was common knowledge that
Hopefully.
his deal was running out?
I would like to think
No,
so.
I don't think so. He said he's only had creative involvement in 2 decisions on the tour.
AJ?
I forgot what one was, and the other one was having NXT talents on.
Was AJ
Final
Styles was the other one?
Do you put the ring announcement? The ring announcement was him.
Well, no, he got
The
told.
ring
well,
announcement.
You apologise
The
for
ring
that.
announcement was him going into business for himself.
Yeah,
that
he said
wasn't
it
even
himself.
creative involvement. He just went into business for himself. I
And he
forgot what the
apologised
other
for it,
one
didn't
was.
he?
Yeah. Well, so he says, but I mean, we'll see.
Who's going to have a go at you for that?
I think in a lot of ways, Cena is old school in the sense where I think he keeps some kayfabe stuff. Like I don't think he airs everything that's going on.
No, like
You know what I mean?
even when that interview that you had with that guy, that well-known interview that you had on the WWE thing, like even I feel like he's someone that has had a lot of trauma and he likes to keep them to himself. I remember he was I think the guy asked him like, what is some of the most like painful moments that you've endured over your 25 years, and he was like, you know, I like to keep that to myself. And you could, but it's that look in his face, like he's had a lot of shit, and he's very good at keeping it calm. So
I think he was getting pissed every time his dad kept running his mouth, like Rikishi does with his kids. Like I think it was kind of one of those things where like you need to shut up.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, moving on. So yeah, Money in the Bank. That was Cody and Jey Uso versus Logan Paul and John Cena. And obviously this involved the return of R-Truth when he obviously attacked him after the match. The Masked Man, yes, which was it was a quite nice surprise. I must say that was pretty unexpected. But so yeah, I do not remember this match. I absolutely do.
I know
Yeah.
Cody and Jay won.
Yeah, they won.
And I remember Truth. So like the Truth factor, you got to factor that in, right?
That
Yeah.
is true.
And
That
do it.
was a nice moment.
It was a nice moment.
I think it was one of those moments where it was sort of mark out moment because I'm like, who the hell is this? When he got
Yes.
jumped. And then it's like, oh shit, this does make sense. This is something Vince would do, bring somebody back. Now, Vince would have never fired Truth. Truth would have had a job for life.
Oh yeah. Is this right?
That is one solid because Vince loved Truth.
But I put this in meh still. I don't know.
Yeah, I put it
it's
in
between
there. It's
meh
not
and
as good as
I'll
the two
always
above
call
it.
the Truth's return, but like I'm fine with meh, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll put it in meh.
Probably meh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously it was the rematch with R-Truth against John Cena, but this ended up in the DQ, I believe.
This was this was Ron Killings.
Yes, Ron
against
Killing.
John.
Yes. For 5 minutes.
Meh
Yeah.
again, I'd say, honestly.
Probably.
I don't remember this at all. Yeah, like I said, I think it was a non-finish.
We did make a mistake. The Saturday night's main event was Ron Cena against John Cena.
Oh, yeah,
Not
Ron Cena,
Truth,
yeah.
technically.
True.
Very
Good point.
true.
Good correction.
That's a fair point.
I don't
could
think
get
that
a little
impacts
bit
the
better for a
ratings,
little
but
bit
still.
now.
CM Punk versus John Cena, Night of Champions for the WWE Championship. Now, I don't know about
Hustle,
you,
loyalty, respect.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
All right.
Actually,
I love the build of it and him
Yeah.
doing the Cubs
people-
jersey.
Did people
Yeah, I don't think
really
it can
hate
quite
the
squeeze
Punk
into
fight?
GOAT, sadly, but it was very, very good. And if he was wrestling in the way at the pace he was wrestling, like just after this, when he wrestled Cody again, I think it could have been GOAT. I really do, but I think he was still doing a little bit of the slow heel stuff, and I think if it wasn't for that, because the build up, I think had some really great moments, like CM Punk being the doctor of.
I think it was really cool how close Cena and Punk are. Like you never thought that was the thing, but like
Yeah,
Cena
he said I miss you
something
already, didn't he?
like him doing the Saudi thing, like him interacting with the crowd, like that was kind of that was a thing that mattered to Cena apparently. So
Yes. Yeah. No, that was. I enjoyed the build up as well. And like you said, yeah, the match itself was definitely his strongest match as you can evidently see.
Up to that point.
Up to that
He
point.
also said that was the only thing that nearly broke him pretty much on this whole farewell tour, when he literally dropped a line in the Thugonomics thing and then said off mic to him, "I miss you already." He was like, that absolutely killed me. Like I wanted to cry there and then. Like
we do have to thank Jungle Boy for giving us that.
Cry me a river, please. Cry me a river.
I mean, technically, I'm right.
Yeah.
we wouldn't have gotten that.
100%.
Tony.
What a different world it would have been. Okay, next up, of course, Cena versus Cody 2 at SummerSlam. Now, this was obviously a clear step
That
up
one I
from
really
the
liked.
Mania match.
I really like that. That was, I mean, significantly better than the Mania.
Separately, the build up was a bit wishy-washy. Because like
you mean the
literally
sudden face turn?
Yeah, that was very wishy-washy. But
I'm a good guy now. Oh, all right.
I'm saying GOAT though. I'm still saying GOAT.
Yeah, I would go.
What?
Wow.
Greatest of all time, this match.
Yes,
It's hustle, loyalty, respect, but not good.
No, I disagree. I think although the wishy-washy face turn was wishy-washy, I think the moment when he came bouncing out again, I think was unforgettable. I think you will see more than you see him tap out. You will see the moment of Cody saluting him and hit him a third crossroads and pinning his mentor to win his belt back.
It wasn't
after
just
being the one that
was it? It was like the 8th.
After being the one that turned him face as well. Oh yeah, exactly. We're talking about
it was the video game
super AAs. We're talking about suplexes onto barricades. Like it was a completely like I'm saying
it was a passing of the torch. Cody beat Super Cena. That's what he said.
All they were doing.
Honestly, the AJ Styles one's the same way, and I love the AJ Styles.
That was loved. Yeah, I loved that as well. Stick that right.
But that's
the thing is,
they were both video game
It made
matches.
sense for them more a bit.
And again, it's a passing of the torch moment. I'm saying it's GOAT.
Yeah.
If the elimination chamber is, I think that SummerSlam is on the same. Maybe just behind it in terms of a shock. But
so two are saying GOAT. Ben is saying hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Does Chaos want to screw with Ben? That is the real question that we're having right now.
I think he has to go here. I understand what you're going from. We're going to the entrance and everything like that, and the match was way better than this one.
It's in front of Punk and Cena, though.
But I don't.
It
What?
can be.
It's
It
in
can
front
be
of.
in front
Yeah,
of
it doesn't really
Punk and
matter.
Cena.
I don't really care about that. But I mean, like, for it to be up there with this, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to be. I have to do this.
I'm okay.
up
I'm
here.
okay with that.
Yeah, just you got to compare the two, and just no.
I don't even remember this next one. of
Yeah,
ability. If we're
This was random. So yeah, this was obviously the build up before obviously the Clash in Paris match. So I think this one ended in a DQ, I believe. Let me just double check on Cage match.
I know there's technically there is a Y because obviously it was a build up to a match, but I'm going with Matt because I don't even remember this thing.
Yeah, this was a
I'd say
disqualification. It was
Yeah.
didn't even last long. So
Yeah,
I guess we can all agree with Meh.
yeah, Matt.
All this SmackDown
Well,
matches.
do you not order them in the tiers as well? No.
No.
Not
Let's
really.
see, boys,
Yeah.
you're missing out. Tier list amateurs. 'Cause then you get a numbered ranking at the end of it as well.
I just want to say one thing real quick. Are we able to change the category names now or not, Chaos?
I think it's a little late to do that now.
Yeah,
That's
we've been ranking them on Meh.
It's just no. It's just why I feel like maybe we should say this sucks or something instead of why, because we keep saying, well, we know the why,
So
and I think we know the why about all of these. Like even if
so-
we hate it, we know the why.
so
I don't
Ben,
think.
would
I didn't. Well,
your
I
suggest-
stand by that the WrestleMania main event didn't suck. So I
Yeah, I'm
still
not saying we
think
change anything.
Yeah, I still
I'm
think
just
that
saying we
should be in
change the
there.
name before we get on to, for example, WrestlePalooza, which I think. is
would
gonna
you
go there.
would you go with this suggestion instead of
want to know why.
still solid? Let's go Cena, and then why is Cena sucks?
I think
Cena
why.
sucks.
Okay, hold on one second.
I mean, we don't have to, but I'm for fooling with shit.
I do want to know why WrestlePalooza happened. though.
I told you why WrestlePalooza
What?
happened.
Yeah, I don't
Cena's
agree.
actually said why that happened.
What the fuck? What is it? What's going on?
I still think why though. But even when you've told me, I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, it just does not compute.
All right.
Cena sucks.
What? Still solid. What?
Well, let's go
I
Cena.
don't know. Let's go Cena sounds overly positive for that one, doesn't it?
No, but that's mid. Yeah, no.
All right, whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Let.
Then just
The new one's
do
let.
then just do sucks for the other one then because it wouldn't work. It only works.
Oh, yeah,
it
no,
does.
no, no.
Cena
Doing
sucks.
both.
Just. Oh
Alright,
shit!
yeah.
Now I'm confused.
There you go.
You started this, bro.
Yeah, exactly. This is why you should shut up sometimes.
Actually, saying this, the two matches which are currently in Let's Go Cena, I do think deserve to be in the Let's Go Cena category. So
so
Good talk. Good talk.
I'm confused now. Well, leave it as it is or change it again? What?
Yeah, no, leave it as it is. We're good.
Leave it
I
as
think
it
this
is. All right,
works.
cool.
This works.
I think we've.
Thank God for that.
we're just
Okay.
gonna just confuse the audience. So let's just go with it.
Yeah.
My
so,
bad,
yeah,
y'all.
Resuming now. Yeah, resuming now. So yeah, by orders of El Jefe, he told me to obviously change some of these captions right here. So yeah, we'll just continue right now. So yeah,
Please leave
obviously-
that part in too. That
Yes,
is-
because it makes sense.
leave it in.
Okay, fair enough. We'll leave it in. Fair enough. Let's post edit for me. All right, cool. So
I
moving
do
on.
love the poster of the next one.
Yes, this was very artiste.
Yeah.
Cena versus Logan Paul at Clash in Paris. This match
Let's
was
go,
very cool.
Cena.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we all go with that. All right, let's go with it. That's fine. Yeah, we're
Chaos,
fine
don't
for
argue
it.
with me. We're agreeing.
That's-
Take it and move on.
I don't need another 20 minutes of y'all.
Episode.
It's all good. It's all good. Next up, Sami Zayn versus John Cena. Now, this
The
was
open challenge.
yes, the open challenge. This
I
was
like
good.
this one.
Even though it was a DQ finish, but yeah, it was
I think
Shoot, you're right.
also loyalty, respect.
I'm gonna argue Let's Go Cena purely because of the finish. I think that finish
I'll
takes
I'm
it out.
okay- I'm okay with that.
counter you with a final SmackDown appearance for John Cena.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
still
that's
a
fine.
DQ.
Yeah, still a DQ. So yeah, let's go Cena. That's fine. Yeah, they're really
Who
done.
who caused the DQ, by the way?
I
Wasn't he
couldn't
beefing
remember.
with Solo?
Yeah, we probably
Yeah,
was
it
Solo.
was Solo.
Yeah, it was Solo. Yeah, it was beefing
Was
with
it
Solo.
not Brock?
No.
No,
I thought it
no.
was. I thought it was Brock.
Was it Brock?
I'm sure it was Brock.
Oh, Brock came back at a
Is it not when he ripped
didn't
his pants?
No, he did
I'm
F5.
sure it was
John Cena
Brock.
that. No, that he did that to I guess our truth. He F5.
Nah, I'm sure it was Brock that interrupted
Let
this
me
match.
check.
Please check.
Yeah.
to the internet.
It says no contest. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know what I think happened? I believe we might both be right.
That both
How?
interfered? Oh, you're saying no? Wait,
No, you're
Brock
right.
did
It
take out
was.
both
It
of them.
was.
Brock did
It
take
was
out both.
Brock.
of them.
Thank
Now that I think
you.
about it.
So that is
Well, no, the fact
why.
we didn't remember it says it should not be in the age.
Don't
The Rick
don't tar
Dance
me
is
with
what
that
made me
brush,
think
sir.
of-
I remembered it. You lot didn't remember it. I remembered it very clearly.
It
Because
was traumatic for him.
I remember thinking, why the hell has that happened? So yeah,
So that's
knock
not
it
80
down a bit.
then.
Yeah, knock it down a bit.
Okay.
All the way to it's not seen
meh.
this
It was a hell of a match before that, and it would have been a great way to
Nice.
send. Oh, it's just irritating.
We got a lot of meh.
Yeah,
Okay,
a lot
fair
of meh.
enough. I think
Yeah.
that's fair.
That's it.
I
That
think
is
that's
it.
fair.
That's the farewell tour for you. A lot of meh.
Right.
And of course, everyone's favorite match: John Cena.
Everybody
versus
say it at the same time.
WrestlePalooza.
3, 2, 1. Cena
Cena
sucks.
Sucks.
Okay.
But,
Chaos is like, I'm not doing this.
I'm
This is
not-
a white guy thing.
I didn't enjoy it.
I have to agree. It was an absolute WTF moment. It didn't make any sense.
I wish it
there
still
was no
said
follow-up.
why. I wish it still said why.
Yeah,
I
it
can
didn't have
answer
no
that one
follow-up.
for you.
Cena
You can't.
didn't bother
ESPN
even
money.
acknowledging it
That's
afterwards.
what that was. That's the why.
Didn't
It
achieve
just-
what they wanted to.
He literally just came in F5 destroyed him and then walked
Don't
out.
forget
and
the
Cena was
kids.
just like, oh, okay.
Don't forget the kids.
The kids.
Don't forget the absolute sea of children that came out with John Cena that night.
That meme from Simpsons. Like, stop, he's already dead. That's what they will be
Literally,
saying.
why did we want to see Brock beat the shit out of him again at SummerSlam? Like, that's one thing we didn't want to run back of. We didn't want to run that back. Like,
Listen, if Vince was booking it, the kids would have been F5 too. I mean,
let them
listen,
have it.
it's anything for shock value with
Listen.
Vince.
What is it with this poor booking with Triple H and Brock Lesnar? Look, this is not the first time he's booked Lesnar poorly. Remember that feud that he had with Bobby Lashley? Like, what the fuck was that? Like,
Chaos
I
is
just
like
don't think he
sliding
liked MVP, and he was involved.
Well, I mean, how many people do like MVP?
that's another conversation.
I mean,
but
to
it's
be
just
fair,
like,
actually, it's just those two who like each other, do they? Triple H and MVP.
yeah. But I mean, it's just,
You know,
it's just
it
weird
it
booking.
really
Brock's been
doesn't.
booked so badly in so many different points throughout his career.
It really does amaze me. Side note here with the MVP and Ricochet. These are two people that are in a new company, and they spend all their waking time in any interview complaining about. It's like
Yeah.
an
That's
ex that they
Ricochet's
can't
bit. That's with Ricochet. With MVP, I'll give it to
I think
you.
it's both of
Ricochet,
them.
it's his bit.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's his bit.
Well, oh,
I don't
It
think
is.
it's his bit.
I know you don't look on Twitter, but it's his gimmick on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Very
I know,
nice.
I
Yeah, he
get
loves
it.
he loves
Got
being a
it.
troll. He loves trolling.
Yeah, he
trolling.
loves
No,
trolling.
it is like actually the case.
Okay.
But yeah, that's fair enough. All right, cool. We've got a few more matches left, and of course, this one is when I think things really picked up. AJ Styles versus John Cena at Crown Jewel. I agree. I think this might have to go up GOAT status.
This was
Yeah,
very
right
video
at the top.
gamey, but I was completely fine with it.
It was amazing.
Fine? Okay.
Yeah, nah, man, get it up to the top.
Right,
Right up to the top.
I do disagree, but I know it's gonna go GOAT. So I personally would have some loyalty respect.
What would you put it at? Just out of
I put it as
And then I
hustle,
might
loyalty,
punish you.
respect, purely because like I said at the time, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but I was a bit like, at this point, like my disbelief has been unsuspended because there's just too many.
Bro,
big moves, and
you
don't have
watched
much
someone
on offer.
you watched two people kick out of finishes in a match, and you're disbelief has been suspended. So it was never going to be a winner for you.
Listen, when you
Ben
look
does
at,
not like finishers getting kicked out of in matches. If you see an
No,
RKO
I
get kicked out
I
of,
do.
that's
There's
it.
a time
It's
and a
done.
place for it, but it's just the amount they did.
I think,
do-
and what I will say is they were hitting everyone else's finishes, and I've always thought, as genuinely, and I thought this growing up,
it was a tribute match.
yeah, and just seeing if The Rock hits a Stone Cold Stunner, it's not the same effectiveness as Stone Cold hitting a Stone Cold
Agreed,
Stunner.
but they did so many of them that at that point I was like, well, I think they are.
Well,
just
wait,
gone
is this
too
the one
far.
where he did the Sister Abigail, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go.
There
There you go. Done.
Here's
That moment,
Yeah, I knew
was
you guys were gonna do
better
it.
than the heel turn.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
that's
here's the thing.
highlight
What's
of the career
left?
of
Like
the-
nothing. I don't know if anything else gets to GOAT. That's the closest one. That and the SummerSlam match were probably his two best ones.
I think the SummerSlam
Yeah,
one
I
should have been
agree
up there
with.
too. but-
No, I don't think that, but I agree. I think that match is the best of his tour. To be clear, I do think that Cena Styles is the best match of his tour.
I might even say the Cody one is, in terms of it being a match and not being a tribute, like you say.
Yeah.
But
It's a Cassidy tour,
I
right?
enjoyed the
No,
AJ
because
one
there
more.
was like 8 crossroad kickouts in that one.
I
That
had-
one was worse.
What
when it
did I
comes
just
to...
say? What did I just say?
But it wasn't against Cena. It was against Super Cena.
Yeah. And there was also about 7 AA kickouts as well.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's my
Super
point.
AA
Like,
kickouts.
That's when
Styles-
you've got two people
Styles and
who.
Cena, I think, to your point earlier about finishers being not as effective if it's other people's, it way less finishers if you compare them.
Yeah, but I also, and on the same note, I also think like a Randy Orton should be able to kick out of more AAs than a Dom Mysterio could, because he's taken that many throughout his career. So it's like
92.
the more you get,
Cody
the
hasn't.
less effective it has. Cody's taken a few though,
Yeah, but
and we also trying to build up a Super Cody, right? Which also it's showing that he's the new Superman. I think that was the point. But yeah, it's fair enough. You know what as well? Brock coming down at the end makes it not go anywhere. So you're right. It shouldn't be up there.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Right.
Okay, cool. Dom
finishing up.
versus. So wait, we found with GOAT, by the way. We go
Yeah.
good with that. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Dom versus John Cena in Boston for the Intercontinental Championship, where he obviously won
The Grand Slam.
and he got the Grand Slam title, which and this was a nice feel good moment.
Hustle.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Hustle, loyalty, respect. I'm good with
I'd
that.
make an argument for GOAT, but I understand. I won last time, so I'll take the L this time. I'll put it. I think when you look back, you're gonna look back and it'll be a GOAT moment, just because it was his final.
Yeah,
Raw.
maybe
It was an
back.
opportunity to put
It's-
Dom moment, and it was the IC Grand Slam moment. So that's all.
I honestly think that and the SummerSlam one are as close to GOAT as you can get. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Mhm.
yeah.
And it's nice
If-
to see that it's evened out a little bit as we're getting
Yes.
towards the end of this list as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I couldn't get an actual full proper image of this one, but this was I thought this was his actual final appearance on Raw. It was him, Rey Mysterio, and Sheamus versus the Judgment Day,
Let's
On
go,
the-
Cena.
All right, yeah.
and then they all did
Yeah,
the
mid.
triple five
Oh,
knuckle
you
triple.
can't see anything.
Sheamus putting him in the middle was a nice moment.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
Yeah, it was just
There was
fun.
nothing bad.
But it
was just
wasn't
fun.
like
Yeah.
AJ Cena fun. It was just
Yeah.
fun.
It was house show levels. Yeah, it was house show levels.
It's the show level.
That's what you want. That's what you want for Cena's final
better.
Raw, isn't it? That's what
Yeah.
that's what you expect.
It was
And then
fun.
you
and-
remember
and-
that
and-
hilarious
and-
meme. You
That
see
was MSG
Mysterio.
too, right?
Yeah, it was good.
No, the Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, it was actually MSG. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That was the final. That was the final appearance on Raw, and then obviously he had the rematch between John Cena and Dominic Mysterio, where he actually
Survivor
won
Series.
back the title at Survivor Series War Games. Yeah, where we putting this one, guys?
Let's go, Cena.
Yeah,
I
I'd
think-
say
I
let's
think
go
It was
Cena.
as good. Yeah.
I liked it.
I would actually put it up with
Hustle, loyalty.
Hustle, simply because
Okay.
of
The
Dom's
match-
input.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. It was only like the Liv Morgan thing. The actual match.
Yeah, but it was the Dom fake thing on the outside.
Yeah,
It was
I thought that was
That's
legit because
Yeah.
we just had the Penta injury and it was very
Yes.
similar. And when you see the replay, it looked like almost
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
So I
And
feel
also,
like,
we did think that Liv was annoyed at Dom because the whole Roxanne thing.
Yeah.
So her coming in
Yeah.
and
That-
get and
that-
so
I'm
the
good with
double
Hustle,
turn was
loyalty,
good.
respect.
And it was his
I
final
just feel like
technical PLE.
I just want to say,
guess.
in comparison though to like, I'm sorry, no, I will say this: to even put that above Cena and Randy, I think feels wrong though.
Why is that?
Because like I think we are forgetting that was like Cena and Randy was like a really, really great match. Cena and Dom was a very, very mediocre match with two great spots in it.
I don't remember Cena and Randy being that different to Cena and Cody. I'm gonna have to go back and watch them.
You are, by the way, because it was actually a really fun match. People were
I
criticizing
like
it because
to
of
know.
kick-outs.
I remember
criticizing it because
remember
like,
I
my issue.
didn't. I wouldn't have put the main event there. So I'm not saying that I did enjoy the Randy and Cody match. No, the Cody and Cena match, but I did also enjoy the Cena and Randy match. So that's why I was like, I think they were similar, but I don't know. But he put Dom over as well on his final.
It's his last pay-per-view.
That's a bigger moment, I think, than putting
That's what I'm
the
saying.
ring general over.
Dominic got his
Dom's
last
own
PLE.
Yeah, I'm delighted about that. I just don't know. I just feel like it doesn't fit.
All right, this one's going to cause an argument.
Yeah, no, yeah. So yeah, Saturday night's main event: John Cena versus
Meh.
Gunther. Really?
No, I'm joking.
Really?
Hustle, loyalty, respect. Hustle, loyalty, respect is my actual answer.
Yeah. I'm cool
You
with
got everyone else?
No, I'm meh, fully meh.
that. He's team meh.
The match was they put on a good match. If you're asking me to just score the match without the finish, but a huge part of the match is the finish, and that wasn't good. So I don't think it deserves to go in hustle, loyalty, respect. Like if a film's good until the end,
chaos. Nobody's arguing that.
if a film's good until the end and it ends badly, then it doesn't make it the rest. It can make it a bad film. And,
No, it's
and
Titanic, the boat went down, right? That one.
No, it didn't. No, if you watch it again,
the
exactly. But
actors.
it can be bad and poetic. It can be upsetting. It can be emotional. It was always going to be emotional. But you can also take something that should have been better and do a bad job of it. And I think that's what's happened. And
I
I don't think I'll change that.
Fair enough. I'm torn between.
Currently, it's average.
I'm torn between meh and Let's Go Cena. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Even
if
with
you
the
go
closing
meh,
part?
it'll level out at Let's Go Cena. If you go Let's Go Cena, we're in a real predicament.
And I kind of like those, but then again, we I don't want us to be here for another 2 hours. But
It's gonna end up in Let's Go Cena if that's your thought.
So everyone is
How did you
else
feel,
saying meh?
Chaos? How did you feel?
I don't
How
agree
did
with
you
that.
Saying hustle
feel
loyalty.
after it happened, Chaos?
It gave
How
Gunther
did you feel?
monster heat. Like I don't think you could go
That's what I'm saying.
mad for that.
Out of them 5, Chaos, how did you feel when it happened?
When it happened,
You felt meh, didn't you? I did.
like I wasn't emotional or anything like that.
Exactly.
Really?
You were meh.
not really,
You were just
no.
like,
No, I was borderline crying.
yeah,
mate,
yeah,
I was when they played the video and stuff later
No,
on, for
I
sure.
was, when it happened, I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I wasn't.
My issue is just with the tap, which is a big
it-
part of it. Don't get me
made
wrong,
me
but I
feel-
thought the rest of it was so good. And also, like I said, the tap I got a lot of issues with for the legacy of Cena. I think this retirement match is going to be looked back on in the history books as well.
100%.
Very, very fondly.
Yeah.
Fondly.
100%.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be looked back on how not to do a retirement match.
Already, people are looking back on it more fondly than they were on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, because obviously
Like,
at
the
the time,
narrative online is-
Cena's
There
defended it. I
there were a
understand that,
number-
but like,
There were a number of positives during that retirement run. It wasn't all
I'm
negative.
going to be honest here. I thought this was going to go with Anthony and Chaos trying to argue GOAT, me saying no,
No.
hustle, loyalty, respect, and Jordy being between Meh and Let's Go Cena. I'm actually shocked that I'm now rating it joint with Anthony the top highest.
No, listen,
people
I
will
would
forget
agree.
what you say, people will forget what you do, but people will not forget how you make them feel. And that did not make me feel good. And what happened after it, the whole goodbye, the testimonial, that made me feel good. I didn't, and I'm talking from a sense of a wrestling fan that likes things to be booked well, I looked at it and thought, you know what, you
It's
made a
not
mess of that.
Matt Chaos.
But you
Come
can't
on,
put
no.
it. You can't put it there, Chaos, because me and Anthony vote in
Yeah.
us a loyalty respect. So if you vote Met, it still averages out at Let's Go Cena.
Fine.
No, because when
another reason I'm thinking of is obviously the aftermath. Like I feel like they could have done a lot better. Like in terms of after sending him off. Like I felt it was quite underwhelming. Certain people weren't there because they decided to book people to go Saudi Arabia at the wrong time, and all it could have been so more. Like they did way.
Your
better
mic
with
just censored
Flair
itself, by the way.
yeah, that was incredible.
That was amazing.
You just bleeped yourself out, so your mic just like automatically like bleeped you out when you said shit. It was very
That was
impressive.
amazing. I don't know how that happened.
Fair enough. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I just feel like they could have done so much more. Like in terms of they did way better for Ric Flair. They did way better for other people. I thought they could have done a bit more in terms of just sending him off, and that's why I kind of feel like that kind of just not took it down a notch. But
everyone did come out. It wasn't like nobody came out.
People were missing.
True.
Certain people were missing.
True.
Like so it was. Yeah, I don't know. It's but yeah, I'll leave it there.
Nikki
And
Bella
you know
was
what?
at the
I'll still say Let's Go Cena because I don't blame him for what happened. So.
No. It was just there was just that. That's definitely a production or a business type of thing. But yeah, no, I feel that's a fair list. I feel one really bad match, and the rest were quite a few were meh.
His final WrestleMania shouldn't be a fucking meh, though, should it?
I know.
That's not me even disagreeing with where it should be, but like it shouldn't even be in question. But
I was there.
It is, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
which makes you wonder: do you think Vince would have booked it better?
Vince would have had him win the title
worse.
No, because he could have booked it worse, Ben, because we could have had Cena sucks right across the bottom.
Vince would have had him win it and lose it multiple times to get to 20.
Because keep in mind,
the matches in there that probably still would be in there if Vince booked it. I think there may be some that wouldn't. I think there's honestly, I don't know. I'm not trusting the fact. Like I say, there's moments in this that felt like what I didn't like about Vince booking. That's what I felt like it was. So I can't sit here and say no, he would have done a better job. Because why I didn't like it at points is because it felt like we'd gone back to an old regime a little bit.
He would have had more matches and he would have won more under Vince. That's what it would have been.
Correct me if I'm wrong. When Roman Reigns was champion, wasn't for the majority of probably like just over half of the title reign. Wasn't Vince in charge for most of it, and it was still good. Like that storyline was still amazing. So if he's able to put something in,
but remember, Vince screwed up that Raw after Mania we were at after 39.
Yeah, but I feel like that was more.
That's a one-off.
I think that was. Yeah, but I think that was also more of a.
You know what I mean?
I think he was deliberately trying to undo what Triple H was doing because he was very bitter about the situation. I think that was deliberate sabotage.
Of course it was.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But still, like we still look fondly to quite a few matches, especially in the early part of the of that start of that reign, and obviously there was some questionable things. Obviously, you had Reigns and Lesnar at WrestleMania, and winner takes all and all that kind of stuff. There was some questionable stuff, but there was some good matches along the way.
That made sense with the cards they were dealt because of everything that went on.
Well, yeah, of course. But I just wonder. It just makes you wonder, like, what would it be like if Cena was. If it was still under Cena's reign, if this whole Cena run would have been under Vince,
Vince probably would have told him to shove it. You're not having a farewell tour. Don't be so ridiculous. You can have a farewell match.
Maybe
it could quite possibly have been what happened. Like it might have done though. Like
Vince saw Cena as a son, like no other talent ever.
I don't know. Taker out there as well.
Listen, the only person he left the WrestleMania for was the Undertaker.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't know if he
go that far.
Yeah,
you are. He probably would have been like. I think he'd probably choose them both over Shane. Don't get me wrong, but I think if you asked him to choose between John and Taker, I think he would probably choose Taker.
Yeah, 100%. But fair enough. So at the end of the day, that's our list. I'm sure you guys must be screaming at the screen like, what the hell? Why would you put this here? Why is Cena Lesnar not in GOAT status? But yeah, please let us know in the comments as well. Where would you put where, and what was your favorite match? What was your least favorite match? And all that good stuff. But yeah, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the show. Yeah, it has been very what's the word I'm looking for? It's been very debate. It's been a huge debate, across everyone, is to the point where, like I said, Ben caused Jordy to like start shouting down through his mic and saying, "You're wrong, motherfucker, you're wrong." And this is what we're here for. This is what we do at the
Jordy
table.
had his Ron Killings moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think I've ever called anyone mental on a Wrestling Republic piece of content before.
That's what I'm saying. This is why I've never seen him I'm so triggered. I loved it, but this is what we're here. This is what we're here about. It's all good. But yeah, I'd like to say thank you to Ben Allison, Jordy in the Bank, and of course Anthony down there. Thank you very much, guys. As I said before at the beginning of the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you check out the daily and all the other shows on Wrestling Republic Undercard as well. More stuff to come as well. So yeah, but more importantly, make sure you go and check out the daily show so separately. Ben, help me out here.
Grappling for position.
Grappling for position. That was what I was thinking of. Yes. And all the good stuff as well. So
and a new show coming very soon as well with Anthony.
Oh, okay. Keep it under wraps. I look forward to hearing that and look forward to seeing that as well. So be sure, like I said, make sure you subscribe and make sure you get all the notifications turned on. Okay, so yeah, until next time, I have been your host, Chaos. This has been Take It to the Table. Peace. Cena and Lesnar was way better, guys. I'm just saying.
Sure.
This episode is brought to you by Wraith Energy. Wraith Energy is the perfect drink for gamers. It offers 200 milligrams of caffeine, 1,000 milligrams of taurine, antioxidants, amino acids, 0 sugar. It gives me that extra edge to beat Roman Reigns on Legendary on 2K24. It also helps when I'm forced by Ben Allison to do videos for him about his love for soul. Just by using my promo code Chaos Wraith, you get 10% off your entire order. They have awesome flavors such as the Cosmo, the WTD, the Sour Apple, Gamer Bathwater, or my personal favorite, Porn Star.
Hello, ladies.
No clumps, no grainy aftertaste, just absolutely amazing. So use promo code Chaos Wraith right now and get 10% off your order. Thank you, Wraith, for sponsoring this video.
Chaos.